Well, I guess welcome back to the third free practice session of this fifth round in our 2022 Formula One season. We had actually not a lot happen in the first two sessions apart from Bottas spinning out, obliterating his rear wing, to say the least. And well, a gearbox issue that kept Verstappen from running in free practice 2. Carlos Sainz crashing out in free practice 2 as well. And surprisingly, George Russell topping out on both of the free practice sessions. So yeah, I guess Verstappen will be out a lot in this session. And yeah, Mercedes is looking like they got some sort of improvement. So, I hope they can keep that up. I mean, they are really looking good here. Supermax, Minister of Defense, hello there. The weather here where I am, it's cold and rainy, just like typical Swiss spring or Swiss summer or Swiss all year round, basically, apart from about 3 weeks in summer when we get really nice temperatures. Miami does not have rain, while some sources were like, yeah, maybe there is going to be rain. It could be, but I don't think that there will be any rain coming down this weekend, and will be completely run in dry conditions. So yeah, I'm still kind of surprised that Latifi didn't sink his car in the fake marina, to be honest. And yeah, no, Ryan will be here for qualifying then. That will start in about 3 hours. You will get back to the Ryan you all know and love. But for now, it really is just waiting for the green light on the third free practice session. Hoping for Red Bull to get their practice programs all done, at least the ones they missed with Max yesterday. And of course, hoping for Alfa Romeo to be out there, as they are a Swiss team. Actually, their main building is like 30 minutes by car from where I live, so I should definitely go there at one point. But that's not going to be today. I will probably drive out there once they win a Constructors' Championship or something. So, yeah, I am also curious to see how it goes with the Red Bulls in terms of temperature. They were saying in the first two sessions that they are struggling with the high temperatures of the Sunshine State of the USA. So let's hope they have this under control, or get something to get control over this issue. Yeah, why would Alonso consider moving to Aston Martin for 2023? don't think he does. I also don't think Aston Martin could afford him. So, yeah. Who's betting on Max's car having more issues, leaving Max with effectively no laps pre-quali? Good question. I don't think they will have more issues as well, Perez didn't have any issues, so why would Max, you know? So yeah, hoping for a clean session. Hoping for no Latifi caused red flags, to be honest. Yeah, but I think we will see a lot of activity by Mercedes as they seem to have improved on their porpoising issues, but according to an interview I read with Russell, they don't quite understand how or why. It's just better now for whatever reason. So I guess they will be out on track gathering lots of data. Red Bull, of course, and Alfa Romeo, namely Bottas and Verstappen, will be out a lot to make up for those crucial rounds, crucial laps they missed yesterday. So we will see about that. And maybe we will see some neat driving through that highway chicane, as yesterday they were all kind of weirdly just bouncing through there. So we have about 5 minutes left until we see the green lights. Track reminds you of Vietnam. Doesn't it doesn't remind me of Vietnam, to be honest. As it is like a Vietnam is like Miami on steroids with like longer straights and tighter corners and more technical things, more technical sections going on. While I think in this regard, Miami is quite humane. I think, but so far I like the track layout with all the corners, tight sections, and everything. It seems to have a nice flow to it, but I'm not quite sure how it will be going with the whole overtaking. That might be very very difficult, I think. As like with the long straights, it's kinda not much outbreaking into the corners. Um, yeah, just outbreaking them into corners, but not really a lot of spectacular things. I think while maybe around like turn 17, 18, 19 back onto the start finish straight, that might give some good opportunities, but apart from that, I don't think we will see a lot of overtakes. So, but yeah, I have just seen postings by the Red Bull and the Alfa Romeo team. They are both already stating that they are really getting out there trying to get way more or as many laps in as they possibly can. So that is not too bad, I guess. Yes, today, Mr. President, we have free practice 3 and the qualifying session, as the qualifying session will be underway in about 3 hours. So, yeah, the crowd looks full, actually. Like, quite a lot of people for a free practice. I think the Americans really, really discovered their love to Formula One, which is nice. Um, weather weather update here says for this final practice session there is a 20% chance of rain, but no, I don't I don't think we'll see any rain. Maybe maybe some thunderstorms towards the evening, but I think they will miss qualifying by quite a lot. So I don't think there is any weather speculation to be made apart yeah from no, not even tomorrow. Like in even in like a race will be in the middle of the day, there will be no rain. I really can't see this happening, no matter how much everybody is anticipating it and kind of trying to hypen it up. So mm, but yeah, um there we go. 15 seconds to the green light. Of course, Max Verstappen already getting out of the garage, trying to get out onto that track first. Um, Looks like Leclerc is ready to go as well, and we got green light. But we don't really have a lot of off-track coverage. I have no idea what cars are out on the track at the moment or are not. Um, there we go. Of course, Bottas seemed quite eager to get out there. Leclerc right behind him. There's an Aston Martin coming. But yeah, Verstappen was like straight at the green light, first one out on track, and I guess he will be the last one in. Except for maybe if there is going to be an issue with his car again. That would be quite unfortunate. Greetings from Sicily, Italy. Well, greetings back from Switzerland. Nice to have you here. So yeah, I think the rather high track temperatures are good for the tires and for getting heat into the tires, as the whole track and surroundings and the air is rather warm, but it seems not to be very welcome with the cooling systems of the car, as Verstappen had a neat little drift out of turn 17, getting the 18-19 combo, and starts his first real lap out there. The tire allocation, it's staying the middle of it with components 2, 3, and 4. Um, so I'm always kind of wondering if this is really the best compound or if Pirelli is just unsure of what to do, so they kind of go it down the middle, so they're just on the safe side. So yeah, um, I would hype up that purple sector one he just drove, but that's pointless as he is the first one to finish a sector one time. So yeah, I don't. But it still looks kind of wonky through that chicane of turn 14, 15. Just kind of struggling through there, every car. At least it looks like they're all struggling through there. So we got Verstappen through turn 17, only turn 18 and 19 to go, and then we see the first kind of time put in here, which will not be too good. It's about 1:34:07. 1:34:03, sorry. So yeah, not too spectacular what's going on there. So yeah, that whole the wind seems to be coming from the chicane going towards the start finish straight. So we might see some insanely fast times down into that sector 3 compared to yesterday, at least. So yeah, it seems like the Mercedes are both still in the pits. There seems to be work to be done on Hamilton's car, so not sure if they are really going out there pushing their luck with the new upgrades they brought. But yeah, so far the track seemed to be resurfaced in certain parts. So we will have to wait for the drivers to put some rubber down there to increase grip on the following laps. But for now, the timings are very, very slow compared to what we have seen yesterday, as the 1 minute 34 of Max Verstappen is followed by 1 minute 35.5 by Paris behind him, so that's quite the gap there. But this session is young. I think I hope we will see those times tumble, as maybe not by a lot, as the red flags in free practice yesterday, the late red flags basically forced the teams to get their practice simulations run there, as there wasn't enough time to get any representative race or degradation simulation programs. So yeah, okay, X4Dio, I hear you. I hear you. Now I'm curious, was the whole team working on that, or is it just Leclerc? So yeah, Leclerc pushed Verstappen from the top, 2 seconds faster, or almost 2 seconds faster. Seems, yeah. I mean, the Ferraris are out on the soft tires, so I guess they will rather go for some push laps, same as Bottas being out on the soft tires. Um, being a little bit faster than Sainz there, so I'm currently on board for the outlap with Norris, um, but he did not set a time yet. Straight back into the pits, there seems to be an issue. So yeah, let's see what we have there. Any information on McLaren having issues? Doesn't really, well, not yet. So yeah, doesn't really look like it. But yeah, we see Tsunoda, Gasly, and Perez out there on the hard tire. So those are some lap times to be looked after to see what they do, how good that goes. As yeah, Science just sort of said to wait with setting competitive lap times as the track is still kind of dirty, and they should wait for some cars to get out there and clear the track and all the dust basically off the track. So yeah, well, is there? I mean, Alonso is out on the track, so there is kind of curious onto why Alonso didn't follow him yet, as Alonso did incredibly well in qualifying, so he probably should go out there, get the perfect qualifying setup to hopefully not bin it then the next as he kind of did in the other qualifyings where he was doing good so far. But it seems like Verstappen starts pushing a bit as he puts in a purple Sector 1, a personal best on Sector 2. So let's see what he brings for a Sector 3 as Leclerc was just going purple. So we got him out of turn 18, good exit, and he goes fastest overall with a 131.35. So this on a medium tire, and we have a yellow flag in sector 3. Wonder what happened there. Is it another car spinning out? Probably, as we're already back to green flag. The track is clear already, so probably just someone spinning out. So Hamilton putting in a neat and tidy lap going to P3 just to immediately be pushed off there by his teammate George Russell by about half a second. Well, the onboards from the cameras mounted on the wing, the track looks quite sparkly, which is interesting, probably just because it is very new, I guess. So yeah, while I personally don't really like Mercedes, gotta say I am happy to see them up there. And yeah, the yellow flag earlier that was caused by Kevin Magnussen having a little spin, but nothing dramatic happened as Schumacher sets himself into P7. Now this is nice to see as he is having a personal best in sectors 1 and 2. So yeah, seems a bit slow on the high end, high speed parts of the track, but it's not too bad. I think he could improve, and he does into P3. While he was looking rather slow with only about 320 kilometers per hour down the back straight. But it's not bad. Very nice to see him up there. I'm calling it Mick Schumacher on pole for Miami. Absolutely. Nothing can ever change my mind. It's gotta be him. If it isn't him, I don't know. It's probably just because the track's on fire or something. All right, we got a red flag. Ocon has put it into the wall. Again, that's this turn 14, 15 chicane. This is the deal breaker of this track. This very, very narrow and slow chicane right there. Hey Corey, you're glad it's not the normal commentator? Well, I hope to become one of the normal commentators here in the little team we are having together. So yeah, Ocon is actually his car is standing about 30 meters further down track than Carlos Sainz yesterday. But I presume by the damage to that car and how it looks, it has been the exact same accident, just losing the rear out of turn 13 and then spinning straight into the wall at turn 14. Yeah, it's looking exactly like Sainz's car yesterday, just in pink and blue instead of red. But yeah, no, it's well, they have 2 hours and about 40 minutes to get the car ready for qualifying now. So yeah, get the replay. Yes, it's like the exact same thing that happened to Science yesterday. A little bit too greedy, a little bit too early on the power. Rear got light, and he just put it straight into the wall there. So yeah, that's been that. That's not looking good for Red Bull with having this session red flagged already, as I presume we will see one more red flag, but that clock is ticking. You know, that hour is just it's running further down. And well, they have quite some catching up to do. Even though Verstappen is sitting in P1 at the moment, I don't think I don't think he will stay there or have his car adequately prepared for qualifying if he doesn't get in more laps. How much did Miami pay for hosting? Interesting question. Actually, they didn't pay anything, as this is the first Grand Prix in a long time. I don't know how long exactly, but It is the FIA or Formula One as an organization themselves um, hosting this event, so no one is paying. So yeah, I hope they get his car back together for qualifying. I mean, he isn't a very good qualifier, but I always think like every driver should get his shot in a qualifying session, you know? As we like this is the track. I like the track layout, but not the things that are around. As in like it is so wildly Miami. Like there is a DJ, a fake marina, there's swimming pools with mermaid girls in them. That is kind of weird. Do I think Mercedes has a chance to win Miami? No. I think they will do good. I think they will do better than they have this season. But I don't think that they quite get to the pace of the Ferraris and the Red Bulls. While they might beat the Red Bulls as they are struggling with the heat around here and keeping the engine cool, that doesn't quite work out for them. They had struggles through free practice, had the cars in the garage a lot, didn't get out for too many practice sessions, track times, practice programs. So I don't know if they get a hang of this issue. So they might struggle with reliability and therefore become vulnerable for Mercedes. But I think Mercedes will be up there fighting probably for a podium. Felix being late. Shame. Nah, it's all good. Not really much happened. We have Mick Schumacher up in P3 currently, which makes me quite happy. Fastest lap at the moment is set by Verstappen, and Ocon crashed, bringing the session to a stop for now. So yeah, I'm surprised Williams didn't get out yet. I mean, both drivers still in the garage. Well, I don't really miss Latifi out there, if we're honest. But I would like to see one or another lap from Albon. So yeah, but qualifying and the race, I think that's going to be rather spectacular, as we have seen at least one red flag in every session so far. So yeah, this will be interesting for tire strategy as well. As in, it seems safety car seems unavoidable. It's just a question of when, not if. So that's going to be interesting. To see what strategies the team come up with for Sunday. So, what do you think? What's gonna be the strategies we see tomorrow, or what do you think will be a viable strategy tomorrow? Because I personally think a start on medium would be quite nice and basically give you a free pit stop under a safety car, or maybe even a red flag if we're unlucky. So yeah, I also sort of miss miss Magnussen doing good. I mean, he qualified on P4, second row in Imola. And here he is just sort of 12 seconds off the pace, almost 13 seconds off the pace, hanging around somewhere in P12. I wonder what's going on there. So yeah. But yeah, we yeah, get some live coverage from the McLaren McLaren garage, but it's yeah, they haven't put in a time as well. As didn't Stroll, Zhou. That's weird. I mean, the session is almost halfway done now, and we only have had 12 drivers out on track. So, yeah. What caused the red flag? Ocon crashing. Same crash as Sainz had yesterday. Like, same happening, the same spot, same spin, same impact, even the same damage to the car. So that is probably something the others will be very wary of. Oh, did he? Did Magnussen had to? Ah, yeah. I see it. Magnussen was doing quite well, but he aborted. All right, yeah, see it. That slipped my mind. That slipped my eyes. Sorry there. Anything more than 3 seconds off the pace is not really representative. I see what you are saying, but throughout the first two sessions, we have seen quite some gaps with some teams, and even if they are way off pace, like Tsunoda with 4 seconds behind, still sort of he's trying, you know, and it just sort of shows that there is some sort of issue. As we now know, the session will resume in about 2 minutes. So yeah, I think we can. I would love to see a grid like that after qualifying. It's very neatly mixed. I would, in my opinion, they could just call it, have the race start in that order tomorrow. You still think Russell might surprise us this weekend? Well, with where he has been putting the car in FP1, 2, and where he is sitting currently in free practice 3, I don't think that would be a surprise. Kind of like I expect him to do good. I expect him to maybe even fight for a podium, but I expect Russell to be in the top 5 at least. Like, I'm gonna be kind of disappointed if he doesn't manage that. All right, we got a whole bunch of car there. The two Hasses both getting back out. Williams, Red Bull, Aston Martin. Looks like McLaren sends a car out there, trying something. Both the cars, both the McLarens actually going out there. So I hope they can put him in some representative times. Let's see what's happening there. Merc is back. I would like to think so. As in, I'd like to see them back up there, be thrown into the mix, maybe even for a championship title. Just as long as it isn't that sort of annoying Mercedes dominance we've seen throughout the last years. So yeah, but I'd be happy for them to get out there. While I think they will go back into struggling at rather high downforce tracks. I mean, this one is rather lightly, um, rather made for high speeds than high downforce. So, of course, the porpoising is going to be less, while they also brought some upgrades that apparently reduced porpoising. It still looks bad on the onboard cameras, but it seems to do something as they are placing the car up there like firmly, not with any luck or something, but really just car is there. Like they found some performance in that car that we were missing before. While we can see a close-up lap of Magnussen right now, really throwing that car around, looks pretty confident in it actually. 1/10 down on his own time, as it seems in Sector 1, as he approaches that very dangerous section of turn 11 through 16. But neatly done. Is he able to improve? Nope. Not improving into Sector 2 as well. I guess he will definitely has to go again. All right, Magnussen approaching the finish line. Let's see. Yeah, they're putting himself up there. At least something. Yeah, so I'm wondering if like they should get the timings further down from that 1 minute 30. As I said yesterday, qualifying times are expected to be around 1 minute 28, maybe 1 minute 27 even. So yeah. Hmm. Hoping for the best there. And really curious on what's happening or what's going to happen with those times in the last half an hour of this session. So Albon going 11th fastest. Latifi still down on 17 out of 19 runners. But he's faster than both of the Aston Martins at the moment, so that's not all too bad, I guess. There seems to be a technical issue with Albon's car as he complains on the radio about not being able to see his tire temperatures, while the engineer not really giving a fuck, as the track temperature is about 50 degrees centigrade, so tires will be fine, to quote his engineer there. Oh, um, just got some news from Alpine. Esteban Ocon was taken to the medical center as the impact apparently went over the G limit and set off the emergency alarm in the car. But it seems like he has already been cleared by the medical crew, and he will definitely be back for qualifying. So it is all sitting on the team if they will get him ready or not, or rather his car. So yeah, glad Ocon is fine, while Bottas put in a purple sector 1. Fastest of anybody in this session. Now this is something. Personal best in sector 2 for Bottas. Now this is what I like the Swiss team to perform. Now just another purple sector 3. I don't know if he has it. I just hope for it. Yeah, I'm not. Didn't improve, but was able with half a second back on Verstappen put himself into a neat third place for now, at least. So yeah, I mean, third for Bottas on a fresh set of softs. So the soft tires are definitely a powerful tool on this track. While we get a slow motion of Mick Schumacher sucking in a plastic bag into one of his air ducts. That's not good. So yeah, let's hope that didn't do too bad, as with those little trash things. It's sort of random. I mean, there have been retirements because of that. While on the other hand, sometimes it's just nothing that really happens. Let's just hope for the best there, as Haas is, I don't know. I hope for them to at least sit in the top 5 at the end of this session. So Haas boys need to get it on there. So we have Latifi going out on a flying lap here. I don't expect too much from that. I'm just glad if he doesn't, crash. But seems not to be doing too bad here so far. Not just in terms of not crashing, but in actually having lines and such, but didn't improve, not in sector 1. As it looks probably won't in sectors 2, and there he is also coming into traffic. So looks like there's a Ferrari going kinda slow. Ah, okay. Ferrari is good. Latifi won't catch up, so traffic won't be an issue on this lap, but yeah, nah. He improved on his personal time in sector 2, but that's not gonna be very spectacular there. Like how did I dare having my hopes up for Latifi? That's eh, yeah. Nothing there with Latifi still sitting in P19. Only Ocon underneath him, but Ocon didn't put in a time and crashed his car, so at least there's that. But yeah, the softs seem interesting as track temperatures are high. There is an incredible amount of grip, but they seem to degrade rather fast as Magnussen was complaining about his tires after only 9 laps. The tires seem to be unusable. I mean, if that would come from Hamilton or Verstappen, I wouldn't really care, but if Magnussen says a tire's fucked, it's probably fucked. Yeah, it seems Stroll seems to be losing time, or at least he is wondering why he's losing time, so it seems like there's some development. As we see a quick cut there, I think, of Giovinazzi being on track. So, Ferrari, social media team, you know what you have to do. You have a fake Marina there and a guy that looks like Jesus as a Formula One driver. Take that picture. I dare you. Yeah, so we are into the last 20 minutes. I hope we see some faster times now, as well, we're still sitting at 131.3. I would like that to improve, sort of. I mean, it is only free practice. It's not representative or meaningful for any of the race apart from the data gathering. But I'd still want to see him go faster. Hmm. Um, Seems like about a minute ago, Norris just had a near miss while fighting his McLaren through one of these slower corners and coming dangerously close to the barriers. Um, and Gasly went crossing the line at the pit exit. That happened yesterday already. Is I wonder if this is like some sort of hard pit exit to drive, as this is a warning I haven't seen all that much. on other tracks, and now we have it 2 times in Miami. Seems like there is a special challenge with that pit exit. Where is the start line? It is, you can see on the map, the big square, which is the Hard Rock Cafe Arena thing. The blue line is Sector 3, and there where it switches over into the yellow line, about there is the starting line. So yeah, lap Leclerc just put in looked quite good while he seemed to struggle in that sector 3, not even improving on his own time. Still taking P1 though. And just seeing every shot you get from the Mercedes on every high speed part of the track, you just see them bounce around like crazy. So I don't think they have the porpoising issue resolved. I really don't think they do. While I think or I guess the upgrades they brought just help control it at least on high speed circuits. So if they are really bad, remains to be seen on the next track, I guess. But for now, happy for them to be able to seemingly fight for something here in Miami, but I don't think they are out of their crisis yet. So, yeah, Norris really seems to struggle with putting in time or at least showing what he has got. Doesn't really seem like there is information on him struggling or something. Maybe that near miss he had put some damage onto the car. Maybe it wasn't a near miss, so it was not a miss, you know. As we see Hamilton locking up into the chicane, that that part just before the chicane, that seems like a very, very dangerous part of the track. Really does. So yeah, Russell confirmed on the radio that he is still struggling to get the tires into the right temperature window. So yeah, it seems yeah, they made a good step, I have to say. Mercedes really made a good step with those upgrades. They haven't looked that good all season, but that's not the end of it. Not yet. How the fuck is Paris 18th? He hasn't really spent a lot of time outside of the garage, and he has only been out on the hard tires for probably race simulation or something. Haven't seen him really pushing. While we see Leclerc now on a push lap, trying it again with a purple sector 1. Kind of dragging it through that chicane. That's just not beautiful to look at. It looks very helpless, sort of, but he did not improve on his own Sector 2 time as he comes flying down to turn 16, 17, 18 there. And loses a little bit of grip there in the last corner. To also not really improve on his Third sector time. Yeah, with a radio message from Mercedes. Presumably, they really struggle with the chicane there. Turn 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That tricky section you can see on your top right corner of the screen there on the map. This seems to be the place where Mercedes loses the most of time. So yeah, it got 12 more minutes on this session. Looks like Paris is trying to prove his worth on a pair of softs. Now in turn 14, neatly got it through that chicane. A little bit slow maybe, but he got a purple sector 2 with it nonetheless. Now the wind has picked up a little. This might help him down into turn 16. Into turn 17, sorry. He got 18, 19 last corner, and there he goes. Yeah, 3/10 faster than Leclerc. Out there really put that Red Bull to work, while Verstappen is coming in with a purple sector 1, personal best in sector 2. Now going into turn 17. Gonna do the slightest little bit of correction there, but it didn't seem to hurt him too much. And, well, didn't improve on his personal best sector 3, yet still is 500th of a second faster than Paris. So I think now we see all the qualifying attempts there, so... Well, the whole Red Bull is doing good all of a sudden. They're sort of not. Like they have been doing good all the time, basically since they now probably half a year, since probably half a year after they switched to the Red Bull to the Honda power unit. The thing they are struggling with has always been reliability. Like Red Bull has either been somewhere in the top 5 or they did not finish the race. This is sort of the issue they are really fighting. So yeah, seems like we got the two McLarens out on a fast lap. So yeah, but Ricciardo's 7/10, almost 8/10 behind Verstappen's time already. Norris only half a second behind after sector 2, so um they will set some neat times, probably be up there somewhere around P5 or around there. Probably not going to beat Leclerc. Ricciardo, just behind Leclerc. No, not just. 7/10 behind. And Norris really sort of binned it in that last sector, as he has been faster than Ricciardo throughout the whole lap, but now is 2/10 behind him. split by Alex Albon from the Williams, which really, really makes warms my heart to see a Williams up there. While Gasly seems to have given up on improving his times as he is out of the car. We see a replay here. Did something happen? Not really. Just the end of his lap. All good. Oh, porpoising. Quote Gasly, the car is bouncing everywhere like a kangaroo. So this might maybe he just doesn't feel like driving that anymore. Well, anyways, we probably won't see anything of Gasly anymore. While we see a direct comparison of Alonso versus Guan Yu Zhou. Guan Yu, while Alonso going very slow there. Don't think he is trying to get anything together. Just kind of cruising it. And Zhou Guan Yu really, really well trying. P13. Not really what I would have expected from my home team. While Vettel put his Aston Martin into 4th. Now that is unexpected. Vettel up there, 4/10 behind Verstappen. Nice. Stroll, half a second slower than his teammate, only in P6. Sainz banging in a 131, 6/10 behind Verstappen on P5. So this is now towards the end of the session where as it looks like everyone just wants to show their pace, flex their muscles once more. As Perez seems on another fast lap with a purple Sector 1. No improvements in Sector 2 though, still 200ths faster than his teammate as we have 5 minutes left to go. Got a little bit of traffic there, but they got out of the way just fine. As he gets into this last combination of corners winding down to the start-finish straight. Improves the time by 3/10, goes P1. So, yeah. We get now, yeah. Verstappen has been out. Fast lap. Would be neat to see that, but apparently some live moderation from the AlphaTauri garage seems more interesting. As we get a nice little onboard ride with Alonso there. He still just seems be cruising, letting himself like given into the blue flags. Not okay. Well then. Seems like he's charging batteries or something to get in a good lap towards the end of the session. Verstappen was not able to improve on his time. But they're sending Leclerc out again on soft tires, as it seems. So Verstappen seemingly going for another fast lap. Let's see what we get from this, as this is a prestige thing. So yeah, but with everyone trying their best getting a fast lap in, we have just seen Mercedes tumbling down to P14 and 16. That's unfortunate, as Verstappen has a purple sector 1. Um, getting close to the back of the Ferraris there, though hopefully doesn't get stuck in traffic. And well, yeah, well, that's a yellow flag. In the chicane, not an accident or anything, but he also almost lost it, clipped the curb a little bit too enthusiastically, and well, same position as Ocon and Sainz, but he was able to keep it out of the wall. So yeah, track is clear, back to a green flag. There was much to be found, as we are seeing the replay. Yeah, the curb into turn 14, 15, it just was a little bit much. And yeah, he just locked up, brought the car to a grinding halt there. So yeah. Sainz on an outlap. Guess he is trying to push Vettel. Alonso just pushed in a lap faster than Vettel as Leclerc is going a purple sector 1. As they are risking a lot in this session here. Leclerc getting into turn 14, 15 chicane just fine. Seemingly getting a good exit there. Doesn't improve on his personal sector 1 time, but is still 0.03 of a second faster than Perez at the moment. As he gets into this last few corners. And that's been it with the session. We have a checkered flag. People will just finish their laps as Leclerc beats Verstappen, but doesn't manage to put in a P1. So Perez is still out there. Sainz really needs to show something. He can't stay down in this P6. That's not gonna shed a good light on him as he improves his personal best in sectors 1 and 2. So I guess he will at least get into the top 4, maybe top 5. But I don't think he is a contestant for a P1 here as he goes around the last corner, sees the checkered flag. Only 6th. That's not good. Schumacher also. Sector 1 and 2 personal best, Sector 3 personal best. Pushing Sainz back down to 7th. As Magnussen also with personal best in sectors 1 and 2 is coming along. Going into that last little right-hander and not as quick as Schumacher. Not as quick as Sainz, but faster than Albon. And the Mercedes are just kind of 15, 17. That is way worse than I expected them to do, actually, by the timings. In the beginning, we've seen in the beginning of the sessions from them, but yeah, I see quite the improvement from Leclerc. Despite his soft tires being 11, 12, 11, 11 laps uh, old, I guess. He managed to put himself ahead of Verstappen, but still almost 2 tenths behind Perez. So yeah, it's, oh, Magnussen and Tsunoda got a turn 2 incident noted. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that. But yeah, it is 2 hours until qualifying. You will be entertained by the warm and soothing voice of Ryan, as I will now log off for the weekend, enjoy the races for myself, maybe be in chat with you. Not sure about that. And but before I leave you, I just want to take a second to just mention again that we are very glad to work with Planet F1 and Total Motorsports, who are both pretty good news sources on things like that, getting topics quick with not all too clickbaity title kind of things, getting it neatly together, give their websites a um, check. Maybe follow them on Instagram, on Twitter, as especially Planet F1 does share quite a good range of very entertaining Formula One memes. So yeah, I have been Feral. It has been my pleasure being here, and yeah, hope you will get a an exciting qualifying.